All right, here we are, our last two pages. So page 7 and page 8. I have my base page. I have all my pieces. So let's get started. So this one is going to actually be moving pockets. So in the first recipe book I did, we had pockets that moved up like this. Sorry. These are going to be stacked and moving. If that makes any sense. So let's get out the pieces. Excuse me. So we need, piece A is going to be 8.5 by 3.5, and we are going to score at a 1/2 inch on the left hand side. And then piece A2, so this is going to be the base of our swing out pocket. This is going to be our actual pocket. So A2 is 9 by 4, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on the left, the bottom, and the right. And then B is essentially the same. So we've got 8.5 by 3.5, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on the right hand side. So B2 is 9 by 4, and score at a 1/2 inch on the left, the bottom, and the right. All right, and then C is 4 by 11. This is going to be a pocket that we're going to put on the inside on the right hand side. So on here, is it going on the right hand side? Yes. So we're going to score at the top, the right, and the bottom. Hang on, let me make sure I did that right. C. One pocket on the base page, right side. Top, bottom, right. Okay, so top, bottom, and the right hand side. All right, so this is our pocket. Let's go ahead and cut off those corners. And on B2 and on A2. So first, let's go ahead and score all of our lines. Not score them, but fold them. A. Pocket for A. And B. All right, so let's get out our bait. Nope. Let's build our pockets first. All right, so this is B. Our flap is on the right-hand side. And we're gonna go ahead and glue this pocket down, and then we're gonna angle it after we've built them. All right, bottom left point to our bottom left. And then line it across the bottom. And then swoosh. All right, and we're going to do the same with A. I did come up with a little extra bit that we're going to add. We're going to make 2 of them, and it's just like a little bonus that is going to go before the first page and after the last page. And it's got things that move and slide, so it'll be cool. All right, bottom left, line it up the side, and then along the bottom. It's so goopy. So here's our base page, and we are going to put our long pocket on first. Yep. So this is C. Let's go ahead and attach it to the right hand side of our page. And I'm putting it on the right. Actually, I want to put it on the page that's opposite the spine. Even though this is a box, that way if anything falls out, it won't fall off the page. So we'll still know which page, it went with. So bottom right point with bottom right, along the bottom, and then along the side. Okay. Now, I'll set that to the side, and let's get out our paper cutters because we are going to angle these slightly. Oh my goodness. So this is only a 3.5 inch pocket. So I do want to, let's see if I can get you closer. There we go. I want to make this, I'm going to angle it down. I think about an inch and a half. So this is the side with the hinge. I'm going to go to the opposite side, and I am going to mark an inch and a half. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. This is the one that has the hinge on the hinge on the left hand side. So I am going to go down an inch and a half. And those should be equal. And if not, we'll make them. So, just like we do on our braided pocket pages, we want to keep our hinge folded in. And we're going to stop at the top right. we're going to go down to the bottom left. So this is the one with the hinge on the right hand side. So we're going to put our top there, top right point. Here's our mark. And there's our little angle. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the left one, left hinge. We're going to fold that hinge in. We're going to start at the top left. And we are going to go down to that mark on the right. And there are our two pockets, and they are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this mark. We've got our page, and I am going to do the bottom left. I'm going to do the right hinge on the left. No. Holy cow. The right hinge at the bottom right. Okay. And then we will put our magnets on. So bottom right, line up the side and down the bottom. Now I want to do my left pocket halfway up. So I'm going to mark the 5-inch. So there's the bottom. I'm going to mark it on the hinge. So it'll be easy to erase. And that is where this pocket is going to start. Okay, so that way we have equal distance. Put it right up to the score line, but not on it. There we go. And then smush it down. So we will be able to put journaling cards and pictures in these. Open it, and here we will have another pocket. We need our magnets. Oh, I'm almost out. Hold on. So here's how I keep my magnets. I've used these before. These hold really well, but they're just so tiny. So these are the 6x1. And you can see the difference. Oh, dear. There we go. Oh, I've made a mess. There. So I have 10x2s. I have only ever used those on covers because there's usually more for it to go through, and I definitely don't want it to come apart, but it does create a bit of a hump. And then I thought I'd get fancy one day, but these do not work well at all. So they are 10 by 5 by 2. And then I have 12 by 1s. And I just haven't used those in a while. I don't know why. So there's a difference, but not a huge one. And these, I don't even know what these sides these are. I think these are 20 by 2. Yeah. So those are huge. I use these mostly. I have little canisters that I keep my shaker mix in. And I have a magnet on the back because I have a magnetic dry erase board. But I use this on the inside of my little ones. See, it's down in there. And that holds it up to the board. So I have them all on the wall so I can see easily what I have. So, anywho. All right, so we're going to put our magnets on here. So we're going to do one on the inside of each leg we've got. Leg, arm, whatever you want to call it. And these are just the 10 by 1s. All of my magnets are from Amazon. So there's that one. Sticky side up. So there is our page. Yay! All right, so page 8. This is the fun flippity flappity flippity page. So this is where we'll open it up and they'll go and flip this way and that way. I did this on the small recipe book that had the, you know, you don't know, the easel on the front. So this time we're going to do it bigger and we're going to put it on the proper side. So yeah, we need to do this part first. We're going to take this slowly so that I don't mess up. So this is, we're going to start with B, and it is 7 by 10, okay? And we are going to turn it over with the 7" at the top. We're going to do every other score line on one side, and then we'll do the half score on the other side. And I'll show you why and how we're going to do that. So on this side, which is the side that I am going to have facing up, right? Hang on. Yes. We're going to score it 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and 5.5. Okay, now we're going to turn it over. And now we've got our humps facing up. We are going to score 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So our humps that are down, we're going to go ahead and fold those. All right, so we're folding the 1 inch, the 2 inch, the 3 inch. So essentially we're folding down every one. So this is the ditch. We're folding those down. Okay. So there's the 5, I believe. And there's our last one, the 6 inch. Now we are going to turn over, and this is our 1/2 inch, and now these are the ditch. Okay, so we're going to fold those down. And I do it this way so that when we're folding it, we don't have the pages splitting because we're folding against the score. And not splitting, but they start to kind of tear and feather. Okay, and now we have a true accordion fold. And this is what we're going to put our photo mats on. So we do not want this on the spine side because it's already going to be thick, and once we add more photo mats to it, it's going to get even thicker, and we're not going to have enough room for it in our book on this side. But if we put it over here, we have more room because we have some give in it, but because we have hinges over here, we've only got a 1/2 inch over here. We'll have more room on this side. All right, so now we have A. And I wrote this down wrong on mine. Yours should be correct, but it needs to be 8 by 10. With no score lines. So 8 by 10. Okay. So here is our page. Here is our spine. This is our spine side, hinge, whatever you want to call it. This is going to fit right onto here. We are going to attach, before we do anything, because I always forget, we are going to attach thread, twine, so that we can close this. There it is. And I want to put this in the middle. So it's going to go there. And I'm just marking the 5-inch part on both of these. So here's our page. This is our 5-inch mark. And here is our top piece. I marked it on the wrong side. And so I'm going to mark it on the top. And that is where we will put our ribbon, twine, whichever one you have. And that's just a piece of double-sided tape. There it is. Now I am not putting this tape all the way to the edge because I will have sticky on my border where I don't have paper. So I set it back a little ways. Now we are going to take our accordion, and we have our 1-inch flaps. Okay, they're sticking up, and that is what's going to go. One of them is going to go, remember this is the spine, it's going to go on the opposite end, so on the left hand side. So I'm going to put my tape as close to that score line without being on it. I'm going to do that on both sides. All right, so I am going to partially peel, maybe. I'm going to put that flap out so that I can line this up without having to commit to where it's going until I have made sure I like where it is lined up. So I've got it lined up on the side. That's the part that didn't have the tape on it. And then while keeping it in place, I can take my tape off. Okay, now we're going to do the same on this side. Here is A with our string. Now this, I am actually going to line up with this side because of the way this is folded, it's kind of in and out. See how it kind of comes in? You see what I'm saying? Folded down, I have this almost 1/4 of an inch. So I am going to hide that by putting this on as if it was straight. So I'm going to line up this with this score line. Then I'm going to line it up along the bottom. And then I'm going to push it down. Now, if you were to look at it at this side, see we have this little edge, but when we close it, it will look straight without coming over too far. Now, let me So this is the first part. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we have, I don't even know how many. I'm going to put it on there and then I'm going to tell you how many you need. So you have these in whatever the correct amount is. They are 4 by 6. We cannot go 4 1/4. We could go 6 1/4, but we cannot go 4 1/4. And I'm going to show you why. Well, no, and we can't go 6 1/4. So we are going to pick a side. So let's say the front side, okay? Here's my accordion. I'm going to call this the back side, and this will be the front. Back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. I'm going to take the 6 by 4, and I am going to attach it at the very bottom of the front side on each ridge, hump, whatever you want to call it. Oh, for the love. I need somebody here with me to tell me, put the lid on your glue. Now, I want this to line up with the bottom of my book. Okay, so that's on the front side. Now we're going to go to the next one. So this was the first one, there's the second one. We're going to do the exact same thing and put it on the front. So there is that one. Clean off my glue. Go to the next one. And we're going to do that for all of these. Hold it down. Put it right up to that score line. Make it even with your other ones. So this needs to come down. There it goes. And whenever I did his with the recipe cards, I put the cards in the recipe holder, the plastic sleeves, and then I put that on here. Right next to that score line, make sure you are even with your photo mats down here. All right, and this is our last one. Hold it down, put it on the bottom, line it up with the rest of yours. Okay, so now when we open this up, that's how you get the flip. So we need to put our other ones up here. So what I'm going to do is, these are all on the front side. We're going to do these portrait. So these will be 4 by 6. And they are going to go up here on the back side of the hump. So this is on the front. This one's going to go on the back. Okay, I am going to turn it around because it is easier for me to do that and you don't have to look at the top of my head. So I'm going to go ahead and push these to the side. And we want these to not touch. They need to be right up next to these, but not over. If it's over, it won't flip. So they need to be where they can still move. And if that means we got to go up here a little bit, nobody's going to care. They're just going to be amazed that you got stuff that's flipping around. So push down, put it right up next to that score line. And make sure we can move. And we can. Let's go ahead and smush it down. See that? I am barely over, and it's going to be fine. Okay, so we're going to turn that group over. Both of these can move. Now we're going to do our next one. So it's on this side. We're going to do it on the other side. So we want to be able to see this hinge. And we're going to put this one right here. Okay. Clear as mud. Right up to that score line. We are just a scrimmaging over, but this one can move freely, so we are good. There it is. Flip it. And we're going to do the exact same thing. right up to that score line. These are not, oh, they are a little bit. There it is. Turn it. Heck of a deal. All right, right up to that score line. Make sure that they are almost touching, but not quite. Smush this down. Okay. And then one more. All right, so I'm going to put it right up to that score line. Make sure that these are not touching and smush it down. All right, so we needed 1, 2, 3, 10 of those. 10 4x6 cards. So now, here is our page 8. All right, so here's our page. When we open it, there it is. Why am I crooked? Oh well. And we're going to tie it. And that will help straighten it. And that, my friends, is page 8. Now we could do something to the front. We could put a pocket here. You can build a flip flap. I am going to just leave it. And that is it. That is all of our pages for this book. This will drive you crazy. I'm sorry. But it just goes, it's that accordion. Once it sits long enough, it will start to train itself. Anywho, so there's page 8, and I will see you in the next video where we are going to do the art inside front and back covers.